Ashton is here to give us a timeline now for what's to come for this Friday afternoon and, of course, the weekend.
So this big, potent, very wet storm system, it's finally starting to weaken. It's losing its grip on our weather, but because it's moving so slowly, it's not actually going to leave the state until tonight. So it looks like live from our CDOT camera up on I-70 at Genesee. You can still see the visibility is somewhat lower there than it really should be. The cloud's still pretty low. And hey, I want to show you this picture. Look at this. Of all the pictures we got this morning, this is one of my favorites. Shannon Lukens, who sends us pictures all the time, 11 inches of snow up there at Steamboat. And she also found a fox on her back porch this morning. Life in the Colorado high country, right? Hey, check this out. 21 inches of snow at Arapahoe Basin. And would you look at that lift line? I mean, does anybody work? It's a work day, right? I mean, look at how many people are up there taking advantage of this very late season snow. And Arapahoe Basin plans to stay open through at least the 4th of June, and they're going to try to stay open as late as they possibly can. Allens Park has now beaten Ward in terms of the snow amount, 42 inches. 3.5 feet of snow up there. Pine Cliff, 32 inches almost. Estes Park, 31 inches. Netherland, 30 inches of snow. Elsewhere, officially, the total for Denver, a trace out of DIA. We had about a ½ inch here downtown. Littleton, 3 inches. Roxborough Park, 6 inches. The same in Castle Rock. Fort Collins, 7.5 inches of snow from this very unusually late system. And then up in the mountains and then the foothills, you can see all those totals there. Blackhawk, 18.5 inches. Georgetown, 17 inches. Silverthorne and Breckenridge seeing at least 2 feet of snow. And I'll look at the rain amounts as well. Concerns continue with flooding in Weld County, especially because look at Evans and Greeley, anywhere from 2.5 to 3.25 in the rain gauges up there. Officially DIA 1.64. The good news is that the drought should be wiped out with all of this recent rain. We still have abnormally dry conditions. This is updated once a week. So next week we should get some really good information when it comes to the drought. Here's the satellite and radar together. You can see the precipitation that remains still spinning in a counterclockwise fashion. There's still some rain out on the eastern plains, and that rain's going to continue through really the rest of the day. There's our storm system. It's going to slowly move into Kansas as we go through the rest of today. And out ahead of it, severe weather down in central Texas, places like Abilene, Texas, under a tornado watch. For us, here's 1 o'clock this afternoon. You can still see the rain out on the eastern plains. Still some light snow in the high country, but any additional accumulation is going to be minor. Going to pause the clock at midnight tonight. Still rain out on the plains. We're going to be mainly dry now through tonight around Denver. Can't rule out a few snowflakes, maybe a raindrop, but certainly no more accumulating snow. Temperatures topping out in the 40s around here this afternoon. And then tonight, we're going to drop to near 30. And that's why the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for the entire Interstate 25 corridor. So if you got tender vegetation or if you have an above ground sprinkler system, make sure you take care of things tonight because gosh, it's going to be cold tomorrow morning. And then 58 tomorrow afternoon. Sunday we start at 38 and get up to 63. So it's going to be a little cool for everyone running the Colfax Marathon.
Even those with the best green thumb don't stand a chance against those temperatures.
It's tough. It's tough to keep things alive.
Cover up your plants. Thank you, Ashton.